Today is the third part of the message from Master Kali. So first we will meditate for few minutes, very few minutes, and then straight away going to reading the message from Mata Kali, and then we will discuss about the message of part 3 and the previous message also we shall discuss, revise, so that a complete picture of Mata Kali's wisdom can be received by us. Thank you once again for joining. I request you all to make yourself feel comfortable at all levels. Let us sit comfortably, ease our body. Let us scan our body parts. Let us start scanning quickly within few seconds from our toes, starting from our toes to our head. Let us send the vibrations of love to each and every part of our body, each and every cell of our body. Slowly, we'll close our eyes, clasp our fingers of our hands and cross our feet. We'll start observing our natural breath. Many thoughts may flow into the way. Let us observe those thoughts also without being judgmental. No judgment at all. No complaints. There's no problem at all. We are just an observer. We shall do nothing but just sit and observe whatever is happening. We will relax our body. We'll relax our mind so that we become ready to receive the greatest wisdom from Mata Kali, to receive her love, to receive her kindness towards us by showering her wisdom, to allow us to make our lives beautiful by receiving and implementing the wisdom she gives, the Mother, Mata Kali. Thank you, friends. We will meditate for few minutes and then get into the reading session. ब्रह्ममुरारि सुरार्चितलिङ्गम् निर्मलभासित शोभितलिङ्गम् जन्मज दुःख विनाशकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् देवमुनिप्रवरार्चितलिङ्गम् कामदहन करुणाकरलिङ्गम् रावणदर्प विनाशकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सर्वसुगन्ध सुलेपितलिङ्गम् बुद्धिविवर्धन कारणलिङ्गम् सिद्धसुरासुर वन्दितलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् कनकमहामणि भूषितलिङ्गम् फणिपतिवेष्टित शोभितलिङ्गम् दक्षसुयज्ञ विनाशकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गम् पङ्कजहार सुशोभितलिङ्गम् सञ्चितपाप विनाशकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् देवगणार्चित सेवितलिङ्गम् भावैर्भक्तिभिरेव च लिङ्गम् देवगणार्चित सेवितलिङ्गम् भावैर्भक्तिभिरेव च लिङ्गम् दिनकरकोटि प्रभाकरलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् अष्टदलोपरिवेष्टितलिङ्गम् सर्वसमुद्भव कारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदरिद्र विनाशनलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् अष्टदलोपरिवेष्टितलिङ्गम् सर्वसमुद्भव कारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदरिद्र विनाशनलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सुरगुरुसुरवर पूजितलिङ्गम् सुरवनपुष्प सदार्चितलिङ्गम् परमपदं परमात्मकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सुरगुरुसुरवरपूजितलिङ्गम् सुरवनपुष्प सदार्चितलिङ्गम् परमपदम् परमात्मकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्. Please continue your meditation, friends. Few more minutes. ब्रह्मानन्दम् परम सुखदम् ब्रह्मानन्दम् परम सुखदम् केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् ब्रह्मानन्दम् परम सुखदम् केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादि लक्ष्यम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादि लक्ष्यम् ब्रह्मानन्दम् परमसुखदम् केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यम् एकं नित्यं विमानमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतम् एकं नित्यं विमानमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि एकं नित्यम् एकं नित्यं विमानमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि 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 ब्रह्मानन्दम् परम सुखदम् ब्रह्मानन्दम् परम सुखदम् ब्रह्मानन्दम् परम सुखदम् Last 1 minute, friends. I request you all to continue to close your eyes and listen to the message if possible, if you are able to come out of the meditation, or else please continue your meditation listening to the message. 38th message from the book Messages from 40 Masters. The message from Mata Kali, Master Kali, is as follows. This is the part 3 of the whole message. Master C.Aruna received this message from Mata Kali in the form of auto writing on 28th February 1995, 12 noon India time. Every part that has been transformed into me is from nature. Nature is pure. If we do not handle and utilize it for the best available activity, natural energies go wasted. No energy of nature can go to waste. It has to be utilized in the best possible way. Otherwise, the purity of the whole system of the natural working of the surrounding area is disturbed. Each disturbance blows the human and animal wealth of a country and the planet into shatters. And though Most of them are not involved in the complete mismanagement of natural resources. They all have to pay the price. So, usually, in almost 99.5% of cases, we do not give any power to anyone. The power people think they get from us is the vibrations that a person has created by sitting and meditating over a period, which also involves the thoughts that flow during that time. All this comes to an entity which most people believe and feel I, inverted commas, I am, inverted commas, that. But no, I am not enclosed and I cannot minimize myself and come to people who aspire to my power. I repeat this paragraph. The power people think they get from us is the vibrations that a person has created by sitting and meditating over a period, which also involves the thoughts that flow during that time. All this comes to an entity which most people believe and feel, inverted commas, I am, inverted commas, that. I am that. But no, I am not enclosed and I cannot minimize myself and come to people who aspire to my power. Besides, there are general rules in meditation that describe what aspirants in meditation can expect in the quest to know the complete details of thought forms like me, to know what we have and what a person can aspire from us at a given moment. The rules in meditation are: number one, all masters give you anything you ask, no limitations, but the utilization part is your headache. Number two, and suppose if you do not know what to ask, then they will just appear as long as you want and disappear. And no pampering and pleading you to ask is done. We are much more strict and disciplined than your military. Number three, next, we help a few aspirants who are very enthusiastic, dynamic, and pure by asking them to see and ask for things they can handle. Things here imply powers. How can you know about a master? Yes, it isn't easy. We know very little because every master's mastery has been publicized more by others rather than described by the actual master himself. So, 3A. So generally, first ask the master who comes to tell you why he or she has come. 3B. If they have come to tell you something, just learn to listen without interrupting. 3C. Then request the masters to speak about themselves. If and only if you can and will learn, shall they reveal about themselves. 3D. Next, masters never go into personal details. There is no learning from it for you. So don't insist on what a master disagrees to tell you. So coming back to the form inverted commas form that I appear in, I like to make a fervent effort to pump into the aspirant flashes of understanding by a display of dark bare body. Number one, skulls around the neck. Number two, a couple of exhibits in my hand, and if essential, anything. Number three, else within the view of the aspirant. Ferocious eyes. Number four, dirty hair and what not. I could list about 100 such. Five, details which are not essential and differ from person to person. So, I repeat this again. So coming back to the form that I appear in, I like to make a fervent effort to pump into the aspirant flashes of understanding by a display of dark bare body, skulls around the neck, a couple of exhibits in my hand, and, if essential, anything else within the view of the aspirant, ferocious eyes, dirty hair, and what not. I could list about 100 such details which are not essential and differ from person to person. So, by seeing dark, bare body, an aspirant should know that I do not have any body consciousness. I am free of it. I have a complete understanding of the body's nature, which is why I do not cover my body. I have perfect harmony, and thus I have a smooth flow of energy from nature in its natural form. I am only nature conscious, and my beauty lies not in the darkness of my exposed body, but my beauty is the inner harmony of myself. I repeat this. I have perfect harmony, and thus I have a smooth flow of energy from nature in its natural form. I am only nature conscious, and my beauty lies not in the darkness of my exposed body, but my beauty is the inner harmony of myself. But my beauty is the inner harmony of myself. So you need brackets, in the brackets, Gyanic eye or third eye to see my beauty, assimilate, perceive, and understand it. So you need Jnanic eye or third eye to see my beauty, assimilate, perceive, and understand it. Then alone you will know how to, then alone you will know what to ask of me. All this understanding may not happen immediately for everyone. Once you learn to keep track of my appearance, you know what to perceive and ask by the second or third appearance. Now, the next, skulls around my neck. My master, Shiva, has become a perfect symbol of understanding the whole issue of immortality. He has understood the fundamentals of all elements in the body and their manipulation according to needs and times. So I am immortal and can travel interdimensionally without dying, but with a mere manipulation of resources well within my capacities, which are similar to yours. I have ferocious eyes, which are symbolic of my ability to stay open eyed and being able to just change with eyes into another frequency or dimension. And lastly, as for dirty hair, please remember that it is just a dead part of our body that does not need too much pampering and wasting time. It is only to shelter your head and body from the severity of nature. These are just a few aspects that I have disclosed. Having read this message, you may wish to meditate and see me. You will see me only in the way in which it can be beneficial for you. So, if none of the above exists, you are to learn something very different from the rest, since you aspire not for power but knowledge. You can get knowledge in abundance from us because our Master had created us as a watchguard to groups of people. He wanted to flow the knowledge that he has acquired through us to the whole group. But as you know, because of a few arrogant fools, which is a very small word, the entire evolution processes have been disturbed. The entire dynamics of functioning and controlling and working of the earth have been put to damage to the point of extinction. Earth as an entity cannot be made to wither away because of these few who have become billions now. So now we, all entities of energy form that Shiva has made, are vested with abundant functions to perform for each of the few hundred meditators who exist. We are to do additional duties because of your our people's mishandling of parts, for which we all have made up a very concise, clear, and dynamic approach to the whole system of distribution of powers to all meditators with the consent of our Master Shiva. This has ended at 1:05 p.m. on 28th February, and the other part of the message is on 1st March 1995, which Master Aruna received at 10:50 a.m. India time. Now, Master Kali is saying, your task. So primarily, all of you who read my message should keep in mind that you cannot progress until you learn to be with yourself. As long as you drift around in the world aimlessly or with goals leading to beneficial outward goals only, you can neither live happily nor can you help yourself. Please bear in mind that all the chaos, caution, and anxiety prevalent in the world are because one, you are very selfish. Number two, you are running away from yourself. Every one of you is so very alarmed about staying alone for even a few hours a day. Yes, all are shattered with the utter idea of isolation, because that is when you can truly perceive yourself as the self, which is pure and natural. It is silently suggesting that you do at least a little justice to your true values and principles. Unless you start talking to yourself silently, utter silently, you have no way to be happy or be free of tensions. Only through silence does the inner self awake and make you lead a meaningful life. People are running in the name of career and ambition decided by someone else. After after having reached there to the point that others have made the destination, the self is thoroughly dissatisfied. Thus, people are not aware of their own needs. Just talking of job satisfaction, parrot like. The root cause for all suffering is running away from awareness of the self. People want answers and remedies from outside when everything is within. No amount of running, scheduling to meet doctors, psychiatrists, etc. can do any good. There can only be a lot of harm and negative self-pity, which is almost demoralizing. Many situations of depressions, anxiety, tensions, worries create, and all that lot of junk that you are scared to face are just because of you. You are not at all trying to listen to the voices that your inner self is making frantically to awaken your hidden essence, which flows as naturally as air into your lungs. You have already killed many of your natural instincts that could lead you very quickly to peace. Now, don't neglect the very little available resources within you to tap the whole essence of your wonderful life, which has been created to enrich you spiritually. Learn about yourself thoroughly and see how you feel and how you move about confidently once you start putting this little principle to practice. So, my dear readers, when human beings were moving away from themselves, Shiva created us to help people regain their natural essences. I repeat, so my dear readers, when human beings were moving away from themselves, Shiva created us to help people regain their natural essences. But alas, man has fallen trapped to his selfish means, and thus we are where we were. But human beings fell far behind their expected progress. And as per the care plan, remembrance, inverted commas, remembrance is a great talent that one has to develop to progress. But where do human beings of the present stand? I need not answer. Please answer for yourself and do the required. For you have the ways and the means within you. Realize the God that you are and live happily. I repeat, realize the God that you are and live happily. Rules of the game called meditation. Number one, never ask or aspire for power. Power leads to despotism, despotism to dictatorship, dictatorship to anarchy, and anarchy to the end of your present chapter of life. Number two, powers automatically flow in during meditation. Number three, use of powers is only for higher beneficial causes of mankind or an individual survival. But here, survival after access change and use of power as an individual weapon cannot work because every person present is essential for the propagation of life on the planet Earth. Number four, every master is always willing and feels most to help you, but he or she has a purpose in doing his or her meditation. So Lord Shiva made energy cells like me to help you all in your spiritual journeys. Number five, your present environment, your present family, and your life in it are more important because your life purpose revolves around it. I repeat, your present environment, your present family, and your life in it are more important because your life purpose revolves around it. Number six, do not run from pillar to post, one place to another in search of spiritual guidance. Stay put wherever you are. The guidance automatically searches for your attention. Number seven, realize the master's flow of teachings in your inner self. No master ever lets higher teachings flow verbally. It flows only in disguise, never in a straight fashion, especially during the present state of lack of morality and values among people. Number eight, you are the sole judge of yourself. Learn from your inner instincts or contact your higher self, who is a replica of yourself with more knowledge about yourself. The amount of inner peace that you possess is a mark of your evolvement. Number nine, ability to speak confidently on any matter of spirituality is yet another rule. Whenever anyone poses any question, your immediate proper response to it is the indication of your progress. Number 10, masters. Through the centuries have emphasized the art of knowing oneself. Practice it, learn from it. This can happen only through meditation. Masters through the centuries have emphasized the art of knowing oneself. Practice it, learn from it. This can happen only through meditation. Only here, when you are all by yourself, do you learn a lot. Do meditate as much as you can in bits and pieces because of your present situations, and see how you progress. Number 11, read books only if you can implement at least one or two virtues of the author. And number 12, nothing of other worlds flows in unless you know the basics of those systems. Number 13, various techniques like yoga, asana, dress, etc. do exist for increasing your vibrations, but learn that knowing about all your defects and rectifying them is more essential, vital, and important than sitting in any asana with orange robes and wooden sandals. Number 14, hours and hours of perseverance in meditation are only for those people who cannot learn to live in every moment of their life as and when it flows. They are close to these facts of life and open elsewhere, making progress rather difficult for them. Progress can be real and fruitful only if they spend their sleeping hours in meditation and the waking time in perfect living within all circumstances. 15. Life is a continuous flow. Flow with it, unconditioning yourself. Life is a continuous flow. Flow with it, unconditioning yourself. Learn to unlatch and set aside ifs, whys, hows for some time, and learn to flow ahead. No social or cultural phenomena are prerequisite for meditation. Meditation is universal, and the sooner you unlatch, the faster you stride will be. So, faster your stride will be and phase with nature. You are no exception to nature until you learn how to deal with it. That is, in the furious cycles of nature. If you can survive with a strong instinct to live, you have conquered nature, and thus and only thus can you live. Access change is only one such is Access change is one such impending crisis coming very soon, which can be averted only if all of you can a. Earnestly improve your personal selves. B. Listen to the orders of higher self through contact, which can be made possible through meditation. Number C. Practice meditation daily. If you all do so, the earth will automatically evolve to the next higher vibratory frequency effortlessly, which will happen with the help of your masters and your higher selves. Number 17. Never judge or try to ask about others because and they are leading their own lives at their own pace of life. No one has a right to touch or know about others, even if it involves learning from his or her situations. Everyone is unique. No one reacts like another, so do not intrude into others' lives. Number 18, live and enjoy yourself as much as you can now, for serious work and task waits ahead. Relax and do a few small pieces of quarter hours quarter hours of meditation invariably each day. Number 19, learn that survival is a natural instinct. Improve your zeal to live, and you will live happily. Learn that survival is a natural instinct. Improve your zeal to live, and you will live happily. Number 20, tap your dreams consciously. They are your messages from your higher self. Implement them strenuously and with effort until it becomes part of yourself. Number 21, live the life that you most want, not what others want of you. These should be your brackets, both of you along with your children, brackets closed, rules of the game of inverted commas, living in the body, inverted commas close. Implement them first with strain and effort, and then they will become your own. I repeat, these should be both of you along with your children. Rules of the game of living in the body. Implement them first with strain and effort, and then they will become your own. Once they are your own, flowing smoothly and living naturally will become wonderfully normal for you. Thank you so much. I request you all to come back if possible. So this was a very long message in the whole book among all the messages, and very intense also. And I will like to quickly summarize. Initially, Mata Kali told that she took birth from the creation of Shiva, and Shiva created her. Okay, let us meditate for 5 minutes, friends. Last 1 minute. Okay, I request you all to please come back if possible. So, in the previous parts of the message, part 1 and part 2, Mata Kali said that Lord Shiva created her from the cyclonic energies, and like her, he created Mata Kali from cyclonic energies. In the same way, from many energy forms on Earth planet, or in the universe, he created other energy forms like Mata Kali also, and they are very uh, powerful. because Shiva filled all the energy which he has into these energy forms like Mata Kali, and not only that, he filled them with his consciousness, um, his understanding, his wisdom, everything. And because of that, they act in the universal way as their creator, like Shiva. And if somebody prays unto these energy forms like Mata Kali, then they give their whole of energy. They pump up their energy into the aspirant. But when they misuse it, when the person misuses it, they will take back their energies. And she says that very very cautiously they give. They select people when they feel confident about the person, then only they give energy. And 99.5% they do not flow their energies if they have any doubt. So it is up to the aspirant how he uses it. And if he misuses the power, then lot of destruction occurs on this planet, in the universe also. So it is the duty of the aspirant to gain the wisdom. That means she is saying that you should be in that Shiva consciousness. You should understand. That means Shiva consciousness means you should understand yourself. You should connect with your own Atma, soul, and by then in that way you can connect with the Shiva consciousness. And then she describes about her body, which is which people think may think that it is ugly or ferocious or very scary, but for each of the description it has an inner meaning. And she says that for whom who aspire knowledge from her or wisdom from her, they will only gain see her like that in the knowledge and wisdom form. uh, if somebody sees her in the bodily form, so she's teaching something. If they see her dark body, bare body, so she says that she's teaching them that she is not in the body consciousness, because her creator Lord Shiva himself mastered the body consciousness, mastered the wisdom of the five elements, and so on. So here she says that in beauty and ugliness we should see the divine. And that is the wisdom she's giving in this message. And she also says that conscious self analysis is very very important, and then and only then we can realize the Shiva consciousness in ourselves. And for that we have to be with ourselves. We have to learn to be silent, and learn to introspect and dive deep within. And she says that people should learn to stay alone in solitude. Then and only then they can understand themselves. They can't understand themselves in a crowd, in regularly, by frequently being in crowds. See, when we are with the family, friends and all, we get an opportunity to analyze ourselves in a much better way. And when we are alone in solitude, we get time to dive deep within us. And she says that meditation, for that meditation is very very important. And she again says that if we give you power, don't think that that power is yours. The power which we give to you should be utilized in the best possible way. That means for the universal goodness and the universal well-being. Then and only then they will allow you to have that power. Otherwise, the power will be taken back by them. And she also says that many people, there are very few meditators in this earth planet, and for them these energy forms like Mata Kali have been nominated by Lord Shiva. so that they will be of help to us. They will help us to understand ourselves in much better way, and they will masters like Mata Kali will help us in our spiritual journey. But there are many people now on earth planet. She says that there are billions of people who are mishandling the power and natural resources. She herself is created from the pure nature and natural resources. She says from the nature's energy, from nature directly, she's been created, and she knows very well how to utilize that energy. Now but people also are created with the same energy, same resources, but we do not dive into ourselves, and we don't know how to use the natural resources which are deep within us. So she urges us to realize and understand how to utilize the resources, abundant resources which we have within us. And here she says that in this today's message, she says that don't drift away aimlessly. You cannot progress unless you learn to be with yourself. That's what she says. And don't run away from yourself. Unless you start talking to yourself silently, in utter silently, you have no way to be happy or free of tensions. That's what she says. And human beings are moving away from themselves. So Shiva created energy forms like Mata Kali to help people regain their natural essence again. And never think that by gaining power from them and displaying despotism or dictatorship, that won't be of any use. That will be of no use. So use powers for higher beneficial causes, she says. And every person, every being is very, very important. So everybody is very valuable. We need not use power for survival instincts. And she says that this power should be used universally. And the most important thing is, she says that master's flow of teachings, we should realize the master's flow of teachings in our inner self. No master ever lets higher teachings flow verbally. So we can't get teachings verbally, so we should go into silence, and then only we can understand what the masters are saying, or what our higher self is speaking to us. And so we should master the art of knowing ourselves. And then one more important thing is knowing about all your defects and rectifying them is more essential, vital, and important than sitting in any asana with orange robes and wooden sandals, she says. So we should always try and understand what are all the defects in us. And she says that life is a continuous flow, and for being in a flow, we should uncondition ourselves. Unconditioning is very, very important. So she also says that you don't have any right to interfere in other persons or other beings' affairs. And in this way, non-interference, she's saying it is very, 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 very wrong if we interfere in other beings' freedom. So live and enjoy yourself, and relax, and do a few small pieces of quarter hours of meditation invariably each day. Quarter hours of meditation, she means to say, what I understood, friends, is in an hour, quarter hour we meditate. If we meditate, then it will, what I realized is, there are some masters also in PSSM who are urging us to do that quarter hour of meditation, or few minutes of meditation each hour, or few minutes of meditation in 3 hours duration, in 3 hour intervals. Because this meditation, the quick meditation, which Mata Kali is also saying, will help us in being aware, help us in our awareness. so that when we are aware, we can receive the wisdom. When we are not aware, she says that you should be aware in that particular moment. Then only we can learn from our surroundings. Then only we can understand the message which our higher self or our inner self is giving to us. So, and with this, our zeal for life also will improve. And if quarter hour meditation, when we do, the other 45 minutes will go peacefully, and we receive beautiful energies from the universe. And she also urges us to understand the dreams consciously, because in these dreams many secrets of our life purpose are hidden. So we should understand the dreams which we get, and live the life that you most want, not what others want of you. So learn the rules of the game, that is living in the body. To live in the body, we should learn the rules of that game. That is a game which we are playing, and in that game we should know the rules. Then only we can play the game in a beautiful way. So don't live a life of what others want of you, but what you want. What you want, we can know what we want. Until and unless we meditate, we can't understand. So being in silence and this quarter our meditation, I think, will help us a lot. This is a tip which Mata Kali is saying. Thank you so much. This was a very long message, and thank you so very much for being with so much of patience and endurance. Mm, Thanks a lot. Namaste. I request Ram sir to speak some words. If there is time or not, I don't know. Namaste, sir. First
Pavani garu.
first of all, I had to rush because it was a very lengthy message. So I think
It was a beautiful message. Indeed, the energies of Kalima are so strong, and there is a deep calling to stay in silence and meditate. Very high energies. So thanks a lot to you, and thanks a lot to Kalima for being here with all of us. Beautiful energies and wonderful wisdom. Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. So shall we end the session, sir?
Yes. Swapna ji is there.
Okay, Swapna, ma'am.
Hello, Pavani ji. First of all, I joined the session late. It was like a calling. I suddenly was in the middle of conversation and felt like joining. It was really magical when you were reading. I just thought I'll sit in silence and listen. So what I thought was initially we meditate and then you give the message, right? So I thought at least I'll be available for the message part, but I happened to join while you were talking. I had such a wonderful experience today.
Mm,
I just closed my eyes and was listening to you, and suddenly I felt like I was in temple of Shirdi Sai Baba, could clearly see his image,
mm.
and I was like trying to think, it was like imagination or what? No, it was him. And after that, Mahaperiyava also
Oh,
appeared, and he came walking down. And then all the way to some place, I clearly could see the road and everything. This all happened in just a minute or two. That's it. Uh, and tears were rolling continuously, out of like, that happiness that he's come. And
mm.
thank you so much. I think magical energies, even though I joined for a very short time. And as you were summarizing, once again, I just closed my eyes and again I could see Kalima's face. Uh, Thank you so much. Really blessed.
Well, thank you for sharing
Glad I could
such a wonderful
join.
experience. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Great energies. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Can I share?
Yes, please.
Yeah, even like Swapna, even I joined late, but I joined, I think, just at the right time for those messages which were meant for me today. So thank you so much for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining. Yeah. I would like to thank you or to all the friends who gave messages in the chat. Okay. Thanks a lot to everyone. And if there are no sharings, then we will end the session for today morning session. Yeah. Gratitude. Thank you.